I can't see how that can be fair. It's a women's league. They're women's football teams. No one expects to run out onto the field and see a bloke. And if they do, it seems completely reasonable to say, is that a man? And that's what happened. And now she can never say that again because she knows that she'll be suspended if she does. I mean, the irony is that if she said that to a woman, that would be, people would laugh it off and they'd move on and play the game. But because these people really are men claiming to be women, then the FA deems that to be gross misconduct.
But it's also coming from a place of safety. I mean, look, at its core level, it presumably might give the striker or goalkeeper, whoever it is, an unfair advantage in terms of size and strength, and maybe that would cause that team to lose the game. So there's that. But there is also just the safety aspect, isn't there? And if you're asking now, the FA appears to be asking young girls to ignore the fact that they might get hurt.
Yeah, they're putting them in a position where they're not allowed to speak up in defence of their own safety. Football's a very physical game. It's a full contact game. The difference between men and women in strength, particularly upper body strength, in speed and power is very significant. And these girls now, and all of her teammates, of course, know too, that if they see male players in the opposition, they have to keep quiet. You know, and I've talked to other women who've had to play trans players in the past, and they say you just don't even tackle because if you go in for a tackle, you just get shouldered off the ball, you land on the ground. If you get injured, that's you out. So they end up not able to play at all. Some women have said to me, the game ends up being a farce.
Yeah, there was a story that I covered about a year or so ago. A girl had her leg broken, for goodness sake, by a man who was playing in the other team. I worry about the direction of travel with this because we are seeing more people identifying as women. And if they realise that they can do this and get away with it, what is the future like in 10 years' time? We've got women's football leagues just full of men and the odd woman.
Yeah, I mean, just when it's starting to be financially viable for women to make a living playing football, the same is true in cricket. Which is mostly a self-ID model, which means that you don't even have to lower testosterone if you're a man. You don't even have to say you have. You just turn up, say you're a woman. So the other problem is that football is going to get worse because the big three sports in this country, swimming, cycling, athletics, where most people participate, they've all changed their rules. They've said, this isn't fair, we have a women's category, so that female people can excel at sport and win. And letting male people into that, doesn't matter how they identify, it's just not fair. So that means that football is going to get all those guys. It's the next biggest sport that has not yet reinstated a female category.